So tonight's topic, I did try to do the thumbnail to cover what my thoughts were. If you'd like to add some thoughts, feel free, okay? But tonight's topic is who, pray tell, has ruined the image of the Black woman in this country? Was it Black men? You guys remember Snoop Dogg walking in Black women to the award show on leashes like dogs? We all remember that, right? He never atoned for that. He never even apologized. He just, started sucking chocolate off the fingers of white women and became commercial Snoop Dogg, right? Uncle Snoop, everybody loves Uncle Snoop. Never apologized for portraying women in that way, but we shall move on. Then we have Lizzo, who is an obese woman. Now, people have called her confident. People have called her bold because she is obese and she wants the world to know that is how she is going to stay. Then we have Hattie McDaniels. You all remember her from Gone with the Wind. She won an Oscar for that portrayal of a mammy. Then we have the Black women who are twerking all over social media. It's almost synonymous actually on social media. The Black women, they are gonna twerk. Okay, gonna give you a good twerk. Then we have one of the top female rappers in the business right now who will be opening for none other than Champagne Papi Drake. That is Sexy Red. She wanted you to know that her booty hole is brown. So now that we all have that information, that song is taking her on tour with one of the biggest hip hop artists in the game right now, which is Drake. Now, how that woman ended up on tour opening for Drake with one song, I don't know, but things are different nowadays. Things are getting a little strange. So welcome everybody. Let's get into this conversation right now. And of course, No Saint will give us his POV from the white desk, right? I do have a video. You guys know I preach separation all the time. I don't believe that there's a Black community. I preach separation. I think there are two different demographics of Black people in America. And I think the mistake that one demographic has made is trying to do the whole, we are a community, a Black community. I think it's a big mistake. And I've also said, along with other people on the panel, no other race or ethnicity upholds, celebrates, and defends and protects the degeneracy in their community. It just doesn't happen. Like white people don't cape for meth heads. Puerto Ricans don't cape for, the derelicts on the corner. Asians don't do it. And every community and every race has an underbelly. Let's be clear. Every race and community has an underbelly. We all do, except in the Black community, because there wants to be this communita, right? This generalization. And it's not that we generalize. It's Black people like, no, Black power, Black magic, Black love. And that encompasses everybody in the community. And I think it's a mistake because then women are used to seeing people like Ice Spice and Sexy Red and Cardi B and Nicki Minaj, and they lump everybody together. And that's just human nature, right? That's just human nature. We get lumped in whether we like it or not. So let's explore this a little bit. I do have a video and I want to pass the mic to Haran first because he said that this is pretty easy to diagnose, right? But this video I'm playing right here is basically what I've always been preaching with this, which is separation. And I'm really happy to see that women, specifically Black women, are separating themselves from the Sexy Reds and what have you. So this has gone pretty viral and I'm really glad to hear it. I'm like, finally, and hopefully more women will follow suit and start doing more of these videos, right? More of these less twerking videos. So let's hear what Miss Lady had to say. I'm sorry, I don't know her name, but everybody's sharing this, so I'm sure you'll see it eventually.
You cannot convince me otherwise that Sexy Red is not an industry plant that was put here to help finalize the destroying of the Black woman image. They was already had us under attack, and she was here to just finalize the process. The way they trying to force her on us is just crazy. Like, I wanted to go see Drake, but once I found out Drake had her opening for him, absolutely not. Absolutely not am I going to support anything that thing is behind. I'm not supporting it, right? This is the reason why it's time to separate. It's time to separate as Black women, because ain't no way I'm about to be associated with that and Suki Stankiana. Ain't no way. I don't care how you feel. At this point, separation has to happen. It's one thing to make trashy music. That is a different level of trash.
Okay, so let's just absolutely
Next presidential candidate.
Yeah, absolutely deserves a round of applause. So just for shits and giggles, she is talking about Sexy Red, which is, I mean, they just like Ice Spice, they very strangely catapulted her to mainstream. Back in the day, you know, an artist had to drop a couple albums, do lots and lots of marketing. You know what I mean? Now, these female rappers specifically, it's the Black female rappers specifically, they'll drop one song about sex, and then next thing you know, they are opening for an artist who was in the business like 10, 15 years before they were established, okay? Just with one song. So it is peculiar. This is not exactly a conspiracy theory. We have tangible evidence that these women are very, very, very degenerate in nature, very sexualized. They drop one song and then you are opening for Drake. That is a major move from here to there. Okay, so this is tangible evidence. This isn't, oh, I wonder what's happening. This is actually what's happening. Ice Spice is opening for Doja Cat, one of the biggest artists in the game, and Sexy Red is opening for Drake. Sexy Red is the woman on the right. Before we pass the mic to Haran, let's see if it's just the old folks making much ado about nothing. Okay, so I pulled up Pound Town lyrics. That is Sexy Red's song. This is what catapulted her to fame. Okay, I don't listen to these artists. But I'm like, let's just for shits and giggles see if we're judging too harshly. Are we being our parents? Back in my day, hip hop was better. Is it that? Or is it that this is really, really degenerating to a point of no return, specifically representing Black women? Now, I know the woman in the video is like, well, she doesn't represent me, but that's not how the mainstream sees it, right? So let's just read the lyrics for shits and giggles. Sexy Red's big hit song called Pound Town. First verse, I am out of town, thugging with my rounds, my coochie pink, my booty hole brown. Where the niggas? I'm looking for the hoes. Quit playing, nigga. Come suck a bitch toe. Pound Town just left Pound Town with my nigga. He just took a bitch down. Yeah, that nigga dick a bitch down. Yeah, that nigga eat me out. Pound Town just left Pound Town with my nigga. He just took a bitch down. Yeah, that nigga dig a bitch down. Yeah, that nigga eat me out. Second verse, and of course I'm not gonna go all the way, but second verse is, I'm out here in Miami looking for the hoochie daddies. Where they at? Where the niggas that get ratchet? Where they at? My son needs a new pappy. Too many bitches. Where the niggas at? I'm trying to get my coochie scratched. Yeah, I'm trying to get my coochie scratched. Yeah. You know them dreadheads do it the best. Oh yeah, I like a nigga with a check. All my niggas give me neck. You know I'm sexy. I'm the best. I'm the shit, little bitch. I'm that, you know it. I can't say his name because he be cheating. I love you, baby. Yeah, and I'm the reason niggas love a bad bitch. What Suki say? Nut on my tits. Pound Town just left. Pound Town. And I'll stop there because after that is the chorus yet again. My coochie pink. My booty hole brown. So those are the lyrics for Sexy Red's hit song. And that is the song that got her opening for Drake, one of the biggest rap artists in the industry right now. Make it make sense. On that note, I will pass the mic to Haran DeMarco because he said it's easy to decipher.
I believe we all play a role in the problem.
Okay.
Because chaos cannot exist within a vacuum. Okay, we all play a role in the situation. However, I do believe that Black women will never, ever admit to their contribution or their continued contribution to the fucking problem. Because that's just not their space in the culture. They truly feel that they have a strong patent on victimhood. As a matter of fact, I will go as far as to blame the culture of victimhood in the Black community on Black women. Because they, at the very core, continue to allow the idea of blaming external forces on their situation. And the Black man has followed suit with that by blaming white men for their dire situations.